Yo, we got a little 44 from Tony Abbott, and we had a bunch of videos about armor, and I already made one for this map from this side, so I was gonna make one about support because I saw Wally was playing, and he's a great support player to watch. So the first thing he does is spawn 4 heavy AA. That's a pretty standard thing to do for support in every 4v4 or 5v5, because in the beginning, like, you just want to get your AA net set up. If you get like 3 AA, like against a good air player, especially in a 5v5 where maybe they have 2 heavy air, like your team's going to be toast. Like good air can kill AA. They can even kill 2 AA at the same time. So you got to get as much as possible in the beginning. And you see the air player, important for support and armor, they need vision from air and inf because their units do not see very far. And this AA can shoot farther than it can see. So as soon as, if he can see the air player earlier, he's going to start popping off missiles earlier. And the goal is going to be, if you're getting rushed by air as a support player, you need to kill this scout so that he can't see through your smoke without using a scan. He's not going to have a scan in the beginning because there's no TA yet. But this air player knows that while he's a good support player, he's moving up and he knows that he has vision probably. But he's probably seen this armor is going to be a little out of position. He can kill that. So maybe that's what he'll go for. You can see while he's spreading it out too. He wants the TA for this cap. 1A is going there. One's going to go over here and try and be part of this cap. And also defend this from getting air banged, because this is susceptible to air bangs. So while the AA just like rushes to town, like the air player is just going to come here and kill everything over here. So you need to spread it out. You blob it, your team's screwed. You can see, so this one might be stalled out a little bit. Maybe he would have wanted, it would have been better to move that up. But this one is the one he's most focused on. It's the one closest to the air, and he's not just going to park it behind like a safe spot and leave it there. He's got to move it a little bit towards there in this case and try and scare it away and do as much damage as possible, really. Even if it dies, and see, he can back up into his smoke right here and it's going to get away. And then when the air goes over here, this one's going to move up. It already got that TA from that cap, and it's going to start moving towards the air here. And that's kind of how support is. It's like always an eye on the air, to be shifting around a lot. So he's moving this one up. This one's pretty badly damaged, so he just wants to hide it back here for now. But you see, like, he's getting in a few extra shots by moving it forward in that situation and doing a lot of damage. That air player got wrecked. He couldn't stop the town cap, and he couldn't stop this cap. So what's the next move here? Kind of consolidating the AA net a little bit. There's nothing here. All the trucks died, and Wally knows there's nothing to fortify this, so he might leave this back here for a little bit. And he knows the enemy air player is also banged up, so he can afford a little bit of fortifying time at that moment. But look, he gets vision on the air here, and he's gonna, if he's parked right next to this, see where that missile launcher is. If the missile launcher is blocked by that, he's not going to be able to get shots off. So he knows he has to move it up a little bit so it's not blocked by the side of that building. He pops smoke, and then this air player is totally freaked out. He wasn't expecting that, and he almost lost his last heavy there, which would have been pretty bad. And then he just slides it back. He's not going to leave it here. There could be a tank down there that could be shooting that. Like this AT can shoot all the way down here, so he's got to move back, get back into hiding there. And you can see as soon as Wally gets enough TA for these 2 Jeeps, those Jeeps they gotta come down. And he's gonna have them in the back of the map the whole game, ideally. Keep them hidden, and the air player is gonna use those for repairs, and he's gonna farm a lot of TA for the team just off those. Sees like maybe a little air poking around here. He's gonna move this up. Kill a scout for free. That's good. So that guy was trying to see what was going on over here. Well, he's not gonna let that happen. And losing the scout as the heavy air player could really hurt in the beginning. If the enemy air doesn't have a scout, then they are gonna be a lot more afraid of your AA. Because if you just pop smoke on your AA, they won't be able to kill you without a scout chopper. And you can see he's got the spread. He knows this one was getting banged up, so he's probably going to try to pull that back if it doesn't get killed by this. He's, he knows the air's poking around, so he's got his AA over here still. And he's going to kind of... He has to move it away from this reg, actually, that's in there for the time being. You can see somewhere around his second spawn is when the rep tank comes out, and he's going to try and get that ranked up and keep it alive. And repair mostly heavy tanks with it, and also try to repair some of his AA every once in a while. But I think the more TA you get is from repairing other people's units. You see he kept that AA alive the whole time. He's going to be able to repair that, and he is farming TA off that. And you see he pulled the AA over to beach too. I missed that, but maybe that was his second spawn. I don't know if he's actually... Maybe he lost one AA so far. I'm not totally sure. But he's going to support the beach, definitely. See, he pulled one out here. One here. He's even got another one that's getting repaired back here. And he was actually part of this cap too, which is good. And then as soon as they get the cap, he's going to back up a little bit in case they have tanks. He's not going to just lose that AA right away. And even though the AA is here fording and getting ranked up, he's going to be ready to move up when he needs to and protect things and scare away air. And this forest is a great place for USSR AA. Enemy air player just has a hard time seeing through this forest unless there's inf around, so it's a big advantage. And right now they need help getting this back, and he's got at least 1 or 2 AA that are ready to help recap this. If there's no support player to like help recap this, like, and it's just armor, like a good air player will camp that probably and be really annoying. You can see he's playing the whole map. Like, he's got a deep spread. See what he does over here at the beach. He sees the air coming in. He's going to move forward a little bit. Pop smoke. He's popping smoke on this one. He knows he's going to lose that one. But he's aiming for the scout right now. Just want to kill that scout. They killed the scout. This guy is he can't see the AA anymore. So he's got to run away, and he's going to lose almost all of his choppers because of that. And that's what you want to do. You know, pop smoke, kill the scout, move around in your smoke, like, make it harder for them to kill you. And it's not easy. And he had a little help from that if you're an inf player and you got a reg, micro the reg to focus the scout as well. It's a big help. So that's like 1 extra missile. It takes like 3 reg or AA missiles to kill a scout usually. Full health. Because there's armor over here, he has to keep some AA over here. Let's see. No scout, like, going in on that, pretty risky, especially against support players good who's paying attention. It's the net, like, the net's got a net around here. There's a ton of regs, so the AA capability of this team is like really super right now. Got 5 AA total in play. Like, this rep tank's been alive the whole time. Just repping tanks mostly. Jeeps are getting ranked up from repping the air. And he's just finding any little place he can find to get nestled in with his AA. That's where he's going to hide it. He's building clumps. He's even got one all the way back at beach. At beach, you kind of have to keep it back a little bit, and most of the time, because tanks have long range. See, he's just outside of that tank's range. that tank's range. This one might, the missiles are even longer range from light tanks. Let's see what happens when the air comes. So when the air comes, he moves up a little bit with this one. He pops smoke on it, and he's probably focusing this scout already, and this one's also going to be ready to move in, I think. Yep, he's moving that one in. And even though he loses this one, he still scared this guy away. He probably already popped the scan on his scout, so his timer's down on that, and he's nothing he can do against the rest of this team for now. Even though there's just one AA there. And that AT moved in, so that forces him to move this AA around a little bit. And this team, they want to move up a little bit. So he's shuffling the AA around a little bit. This one's probably getting shot at a bit much. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose that. But he wanted to support, they were going for this cap, so he's keeping it close by. Yeah, saw the air coming. He pulls it around from there for a second. This isn't a super dangerous area right now because there's no heavy tanks that can kill him in this whole area really. So he knows that there's no ATs or anything. So he was free to move it up there and chase the air away a little bit further. And then the air's coming in. So lost some stuff, but see he's not giving up on the fight there. He's still gonna chase it away and save that heavy. And there's no tanks there's nothing that could shoot him in there, and I think he probably knows that. So we have some advanced vision of the air coming in from this inf that's in there. So he could see like over this hill. That inf squad probably can't see Wally, but he was able to do a lot of damage to that air there, and maybe they weren't expecting him to be there. That was a good little ambush. Scares them away. This is getting shot by an AT. Wally sees that he's going to move it up back away from that. But the front line is going to shift forward a little bit because we just nuked and wiped most of their stuff. So he's got he wants to protect this general heavy, and maybe even they might even go for this cap actually real quick. Yeah, so Wally's going to be part of the cap, and as a support player, you got to help out with caps pretty often. Like AA is faster than inf, so they got to help out with caps a lot. But they should do. And then once he gets the cap, he's going to back off. That A is no good to us dead. Gonna try and keep it alive a little bit longer. He's peeking out. He's like kind of nestled still in these trees right here, and then he's focusing that scout. And that's enough to scare them away. So he's tucked right in there behind those trees, which are going to probably block a little vision, plus the smoke. It's pretty deadly. And again, over here, air's being annoying. He's going to run out. Even if they kill that, like, the amount of damage he did to this air is, like, debilitating, and he gets mopped up by the regs, essentially. So that's... You're trading a lot between air and AA. Even if, like, you lose one or two of your AAs, if you do enough damage, it can be pretty much totally worth it, as long as it stops him from killing armor and stuff. So by the time his air's back in operation, so is your AA net. If you're doing everything right, you're spawning your units back in. He's helping out with this cap. It's a good opportunity, and then he's probably going to move that. away. Yeah, he's just gonna pull that back. It's pretty beat up. It's nestled back in there. So this is a kind of an OP spot. Like anywhere you can hide behind a few trees. It's really great because AA can shoot through trees when they're right next to it, but they can't shoot through buildings. And if the air player can't see you because you're behind trees, he's gonna have to fly up almost right on top of you to start shooting at you. As long as there's no enemy inf in the forest as well. He's got this A in smoke ready to pop out. Just chase him away. He's gonna fly into this smoke because he knows his air player is clearing that cap and he's getting the TA there. So like good support. Be part of caps as well. You're not just camping. You gotta move that, shuffle that AA around. He's got these jeeps have been alive the whole game. He lost a rep tank at some point, but that'll happen. He's gonna be part of this cap again. He's going for the far point because the A is faster than the inf. Just get the cap faster. Generate more TA from capping. And you see, he generated so much TA, he had enough for a double nuke by the end of the game. And that's probably GG. And how you generate TA mostly from support, I believe, from reps. The rep TA from your air player repping with your jeeps, especially, is just a constant cash flow of TA. You can see this air player just getting wrecked. Killed basically everything, and then game's almost over. Why not? Why not fort up a little bit here and also get these caps and this cap with your team? So yeah, top scorer from your team usually should be support. Let's see, yeah, repair 376. Sometimes Wall even gets top enemy damage from just slaughtering air. And command points, because Wally was helping cap a lot, which is good. He was part of all the beginning caps, and throughout the game, he was helping get little caps here and there, capping the town and beach and stuff. So yeah, GG. Good example of support on Seaside.